I don't want history to repeat itself. I do not want to be a single dad. And I certainly don't want my children to have a life without a mother or a father.
Prince William has appointed Jason North, a former royal aide who accused Meghan Markle of bullying. He's appointed this dude as the CEO of his green charity. This looks like an unequivocal message to Prince Harry and Meghan Markle from Prince William.
William just made the move that changes everything. 27 years of brotherhood, over. Harry's royal future, demolished. Behind closed palace doors, secret meetings are happening right now where senior royals are planning to strip Harry and Meghan of every title, every privilege, every connection to the crown. Think about it from William's perspective for a second. You're watching your brother marry someone who just publicly snubbed your grandmother, the Queen of England, on live television and in front of the whole world. That curtsy isn't just some outdated tradition, it's literally the moment you acknowledge the royal customs you're joining. But here's where it gets really telling. Harry stood there and let it happen. He didn't guide her, didn't remind her, didn't do anything to fix the situation. To William, that said everything he needed to know. Harry was already choosing Meghan over royal protocol.
But how do you explain that to people? How do you explain that you bow to your grandmother?
Palace staff tried to explain it away later. Nerves, they said. Wedding day jitters. But William wasn't buying it. He'd seen Meghan perform on camera for years. Not to mention, it wasn't even her first wedding. She knows how to hit her marks, how to nail every scene. This wasn't stage fright. This was a statement. From that exact moment, William knew he was dealing with someone who had no intention of playing by royal rules.
Even Meghan's bridal gown was apparently the cause of some dispute. Remember, Meghan was a divorcee, and the Queen was apparently surprised that she was choosing to wear a white dress. According to the royal author Ingrid Seward, in her book Mother and I, Lady Elizabeth Anson, who was a cousin and close confidant of the Queen, claims the Queen said Meghan's wedding dress was too white. In the Queen's opinion, it wasn't appropriate for a divorcee getting remarried in a church to look quite so flamboyantly virginal.
Now this might sound petty to outsiders, but think about it. Every royal bride before Meghan had shared this moment with the Queen. It's tradition, it's respect, it's acknowledging that you're joining something bigger than yourself. But Meghan, she kept total control over every detail. Kate Middleton showed the Queen her dress months in advance. Princess Diana involved the Queen in major decisions. Sarah Ferguson asked for guidance. But Meghan basically said, "Thanks, but I've got this." And William watched all of this happening. He saw the pattern forming. First the curtsy, then the dress. Then little things started adding up. Staff complaints about Meghan being difficult. Reports of her making Kate cry over flower girl dresses. Demands for special treatment that other royals never asked for. William realized he wasn't just dealing with Meghan anymore. Harry had become part of the problem. Every revelation, every interview, every tell-all moment was Harry choosing their new life over his family. And you know what? William was done making excuses for both of them. This wasn't about adjustment periods or cultural differences anymore. This was about two people who actively chose to damage the royal family William would one day inherit. From his perspective, they declared war on everything he stood for. Here's where things get absolutely serious. William isn't just angry anymore, he's strategic. And when future kings start making strategic decisions, people's entire lives change overnight. Word from palace insiders is that there's been a private meeting planned, not some casual family dinner. We're talking about a proper, formal gathering at a secluded estate. King Charles, Queen Camilla, William, and Catherine. No listening in, no official records, just the core decision makers of the monarchy having the conversation that could change everything. And Harry's name is front and center on the agenda. William apparently wants a clean break, not half measures, not "we'll see how things go." He wants Harry and Meghan's titles completely stripped. Duke and Duchess of Sussex, gone. HRH status, revoked. Any connection to the royal family, severed. From William's perspective, keeping those titles active is like handing your enemies weapons to use against you. Harry and Meghan want to live independently, fine, but they can't have it both ways. They can't trash the royal family while still benefiting from its prestige. The meeting hasn't happened yet, but when it does, don't expect any public announcements right away. These decisions get made quietly, then implemented slowly. But once William decides, Harry's royal life is officially over. Here's what William figured out that took the rest of us way too long to understand. You can't just welcome Harry back anymore. You don't get Harry alone. You get the whole package. And that package includes Meghan, the kids, their Netflix contracts, their book deals, and every single person with a camera following them around. Think about it logically for a second. Let's say Harry comes back for Christmas. Sounds nice, right? Family reunion, healing, all that good stuff. But what happens next? Does Meghan show up to Easter? Do the kids start attending royal events? Do they get security details? Do they get invited to state dinners? And here's the really scary part for William. Every single interaction becomes content. Every conversation with Harry could end up in a Netflix episode. Every family moment could become a chapter in someone's next book. Every private joke could turn into a public headline. William learned this the hard way when Harry's book came out and suddenly everyone knew about their private fight after Philip's funeral. William probably thought that this was family business. Harry thought it was book material. So from William's perspective, letting Harry back in isn't just risky, it's royal prestigious death sentence. Because you're not just dealing with Harry's feelings, you're dealing with Meghan's influence, their financial obligations to media companies, and their proven track record of monetizing royal access. And let's be real here, Meghan has never shown any interest in coming back to royal life. She left Britain, built a new life in California, and seems pretty happy with the whole setup. So any reconciliation with Harry would have to work around her schedule, her comfort level, and her business interests. William apparently sees this whole situation as a security threat, not physical security, emotional and reputational security. Every time they let Harry back in, they're gambling with information that could damage the monarchy for years, and William's not willing to take that bet anymore. Now here's where things get complicated because Catherine is stuck in the middle of this whole mess, and honestly, we feel bad for her. She's watching her husband basically write off his brother forever, and part of her understands why. She's lived through all the drama. She was there for the Oprah interview aftermath. She dealt with Meghan's accusations about making her cry. She watched Harry's book drag William through the mud, so it's not like she's naive about what happened. But Catherine is also the person who's been trying to hold the family together for years. She's the one who convinced William to keep trying when everyone else wanted to give up. She's the one who suggested maybe Harry just needed time to figure things out. And now she's watching William plan what amounts to complete exile for Harry, and she's worried about what that does to William's soul. Catherine reportedly keeps asking questions like, what if Harry genuinely apologizes someday? What if he realizes he's made mistakes and wants to make things right? What if we look back in 10 years and regret being so final about everything? Here's her biggest fear. She knows William. She knows that once he makes a decision like this, he doesn't change his mind. William is methodical, deliberate, final. When he cuts someone off, they stay cut off. So Catherine is basically watching the last chance for reconciliation slip away, and she feels responsible for speaking up now or forever holding her peace. At the same time, she gets why William wants clarity. This limbo situation where Harry is kind of royal, but not really royal, is exhausting everyone. Every time Harry does something controversial, the whole family gets dragged into it. Every time there's speculation about reconciliation, everyone has to deal with media questions and public expectation. Catherine supports William completely, don't get that wrong. She's Team William all the way. But she also represents the part of William that still loves his brother and wishes things could be different. She's the voice asking, are we absolutely sure about this? Because once they do this, there's no undoing it.